Why can't I lose weight with intermittent fasting? That's a question I hear a lot, and I'm going to answer that question for you here today. So I'm Dr. Raul Serrano, and I operate the busiest wellness clinic in my town, all with the core belief that God needs no help to heal. He just needs no interference. So if you're not healing, if you're struggling with health issues, this is a video for you. This is what we do in our practice. We look for root causes. We remove the cause so that your body can do what it does best, and that is heal. So today, I'm going to cover intermittent fasting. Why can't I lose weight? This is something I get a question on, because a lot of people are trying it. If you're trying intermittent fasting, you're on the right track. Intermittent fasting has many benefits for the body. Benefits like, it does help you lose weight. It helps you rebalance hormones. It helps with gut health. It helps with repairing of the body. There's so many different benefits that intermittent fasting has, but there's also some drawbacks. There's some things you must know if you want to lose weight with intermittent fasting. A lot of things I see is intermittent fasting for women. It's different than for men in some cases. There's some little variances. So I'm going to cover those today. But before I do that, if you like this content, subscribe below. So as I make more of these videos and I give you guys the tools to remove interference, allow the body to heal, you guys can be up to date on that. And if you have any questions, leave those below in the comments. We'll get to those. I'll get to those, and I'll answer all of your questions right here or one-on-one if we needed to. So other than that, last thing I'm going to ask, if by the end of this content was valuable to you, I'm going to ask you to share this with somebody who's struggling. And what I've done today, at the end, you're gonna be able to. I have a free presentation I put together that I go through the top five things, 5 reasons why diets don't work, and I want to make sure that you guys connect to that for free if you're interested in that. So let's get going. Intermittent fasting, like I said, has many benefits, but some of the things that happen is the main reason most people try or dabble into intermittent fasting is because they want to lose weight. So how does it work? How does intermittent fasting work? The first thing you have to know, if you know nothing about intermittent fasting is when you abstain, you stop eating for a certain period of time. Now, this isn't a complete fast where you're fasting for days on end. This is for a certain amount of time. Within a day, you're fasting from food to allow your body to have the health benefits of intermittent fasting. So the most common way that I see people try or dabble into intermittent fasting is that they do the 16-8 rule. That means that for 8 hours a day, you eat all your meals within the 8-hour time slot, and for 16 hours a day, that's when you allow your body to fast and rest. And all you're having there is drinks, typically water, a lot of water. That's one of the reasons why people don't see any results. They don't drink enough water, but you drink a lot of fluids that have no calorie. You can have some coffee. If you're having coffee, make sure it's organic. If you're having some teas, just anything, but it can't have any calories to it. So that's the key. So when I say 16 and 18 hours, some people say, well, I can't do that. Well, it's actually pretty simple. If you look at the math, and let's say you fast every night already, or you should at least. So, you should go to bed. Let's say you go to bed at 10 o'clock, and if you sleep for 8 hours, you're waking up at 6 a.m. the next morning. You've already fasted for 8 hours. So on either end of that, if you add some time, you can get to 16 pretty quickly. The easiest way that I've seen is that people just skip breakfast and they make it to lunch. Many of you already do that out there. So I'm gonna talk about that as well, but because that could be one of the causes or issues why you're not having results with intermittent fasting, especially with women. So keep that in mind. So 16-8. If you've tried intermittent fasting, you're not having results. The first thing you must know is it's probably. Did you like that? It's probably a hormone issue. I spit everywhere because I get so excited. It's a hormone issue, which means the whole basis of weight loss, we sometimes get off track because we think it's a calorie in, calorie out deal. And yes, calories matter, calories count, but they don't count as much as the hormone effect the food has on your body. What do I mean? Really simple. If I ate 100 calories of a donut and 100 calories of almonds, I'm gonna have 2 drastically different hormone responses in my body. One's gonna increase insulin, it's gonna increase my my glucose level, one's gonna cause a little bit of my cortisol to go out of whack. It's gonna get my hormones out of balance. Almonds, on the other hand, is going to actually balance my hormones. It's gonna help my hormones stay more in balance, and that is the key to weight loss. It's not just the calories, it's what are the calories doing to your hormones. So a lot of times when people are struggling with intermittent fasting, it's not that they're doing the fasting wrong. They're doing the 16 hours or an 8-hour windows, right? When you're eating within 8 hours, and they're fasting for 16 hours. But the problem is that within those 8 hours, they're eating foods that are taking their hormones and they're spiking their hormones all around, and they're never really rebalancing their hormones, which is the key. We have to rebalance hormones if we want long-term weight loss results. If that's the key, long-term weight loss results, you have to balance your hormones. Number 2 is toxins. Toxins is the key. A lot of us, when we're doing intermittent fasting, what happens with intermittent fasting is that we're decreasing the calories and we're eating them in a specific window. But if you want to, and you're not, if you're doing that and you're not seeing results, one of the things is you could have a lot of toxicity in your body. Now, how does toxicity work? What does that have to do with weight loss? Well, one of the ways that your body is able to lose weight is by its metabolism. Its metabolism has to be functioning or revved up at a certain amount. And the metabolism can actually be decreased if you have hormones that aren't functioning properly. Hormones like your thyroid hormones, right? Thyroid is the little gland that sits right here. And that really is what sets your metabolism. So the problem with toxins, if you're really toxic, the thyroid is one of the most susceptible glands to toxicity. So if you have a lot of toxicity, those toxins can attach or attack your thyroid. And when that happens, your metabolism drops. And I don't care how little you eat, you're gonna have a hard time losing weight. So another issue, the second issue that I see why intermittent fasting is not working for people, or for men and for women, the reason is because they have toxicity in their body and they've never dealt with that cause of toxicity. And as I mentioned at the beginning, we just want to get the root cause. If you get to the cause and we remove those interferences, then your body will start to heal again, because that's the way it's designed. The third thing I see is food intake. Yes, you're doing the window of 16 hours not eating, and then you're eating for another 8 hours. But when you're eating for those 8 hours, you are eating way too much. I mean, it doesn't mean that you can eat 5,000-6,000 calories and then not eat for 16 and you're going to see a weight loss result. So the food intake, either you're eating too much during that 8-hour period, or what happens is you're eating foods that are causing an inflammatory response in the body. If you're eating foods that are inflammatory, those foods are damaging to your system. Either you're eating too much or too many calories within the window, and that's stopping your results when it comes to intermittent fasting. The last thing is, I want to make a little caveat here with women. Women and intermittent fasting, you have to be a little more careful than men, just because the hormone cycles are a little bit different than men's, obviously. So for women, what I suggest if you're starting out with intermittent fasting, instead of doing a 16-8 window, you might want to do something a little bit less, maybe like a 14-10 to start with, and then kind of work your way down. Also for women, I do not recommend to intermittent fast long-term. I believe intermittent fasting is great for women, but it has to be done within certain periods. Maybe you do 2 weeks of intermittent fasting and you take a day or two off, or you do 4 weeks and take a day or two off. And that's how you cycle through, because what can happen with women, they're more susceptible to the lowering of their metabolism because of the thyroid function. If you start to eat too little calories, your thyroid starts to decrease in function, and then eventually your metabolism lowers, and then you're not seeing results. So that's another reason why you have to be careful with intermittent fasting. If you have any questions on that, put those in the comments below, or reach out to us. I'll answer any questions personally to you. And like I said at the beginning, you can click the link below, and on that link, I've given you a free presentation on the 5 reasons why diets don't work and steps you can start taking today to start getting results. So 5 reasons why diets don't work and steps you can take today to get results. So I'm Dr. Raul Serrano. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, share this with somebody who's struggling with intermittent fasting, and subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe to the channel, as I give you guys more videos and put these on the website, you guys will be informed and you'll know, hey, I want to watch this. I want to start healing my body from the inside out. Thank you guys. See you soon.